Hello, everybody. Welcome to tonight's episode. Welcome. Um, Tonight, we're going to talk about putting together a survival plan. And we're going to put it together, we're going to make it simple for our core four. And the core four, when I say core four, I'm referring to the fatherless, the motherless, those with a mood disorder, and that would be either depression or bipolar depression, and firstborns. Those are the core four that I'm referring to. So tonight is an important topic. If you're here in the United States, you understand the political climate that's going on, starting in Washington, D.C. It is under occupation. And I thought it was important to inform my community of steps that we can take to keep ourselves safe and to put together a survival plan. This came to me because I had read a news article in Fox News, and it had said that number 47, I cannot bring myself to say that man's name, but number 47 is going to deploy 19 National Guard troops. Well, he's going to deploy National Guard's troops to 19 American states. And most of those states are Republican states. And it got me to thinking. So I put together a little program, and we'll go ahead and get started. It's Survival Made Simple. It is your personal prep plan for home. If you're new here, before we get started, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and share this episode with someone that you love. If you wish to donate, all of the ways that you can donate to the channel are on the screen before you. You can go ahead and take a screenshot of it. As I mentioned, we're going to be discussing a beginner survival and personal prepping plan. And just like it says here on the screen, the Guard is going to be moving into 19 states. We're going to be talking about what it means to you. And the first thing, well, I want to share with you, I mentioned the article that I had read, and on the screen, I just have a little screenshot of the article, and we'll go ahead and read it together. This came out August 22nd, 2025. And the screenshot of this article simply says, documents obtained, and this came from Fox.com. So documents obtained by Fox News show planning for activations in Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, Louisiana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Mexico, Ohio, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Virginia, and Wyoming. And it says that the status is going to be effective this month, August through mid-November. And Texas is projected to host the most significant guard presence. And if you've been keeping up with the news, it is said that Hegseth is also arming these troops. As we're reading the article going further, the National Guard soldiers being mobilized will be effectively serving as a support pillar to sweeping federal interagency effort, while also serving as a visible deterrent force, a U.S. defense official says. That's just all, in my estimation, that's nothing more than, I'm trying to get my screen together, forgive me. Okay, so that's nothing more than propaganda that the administration has put out. What this really is an occupation of 19 states. And so there's going to be a military force. Now, the point of today's topic really is that this is not about fear. It's really about being ready. And we have a scripture reference for us to help ground us in this as we prepare. For God has not given us a spirit of fear and timidity, but of power, love, and self-discipline. That is 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7, the NLT version. There are some versions that says, where it says self-discipline, it says of a sound mind. And this is an excellent scripture reference to ground us, the core four, particularly those of us in the community that manage mood disorders. Okay? Ground yourself in 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. The first thing is mindset. Mindset is the first thing we need to concern ourselves with. We got to have the right mindset. And there are 3 points for mindset, all right? You see, survival is about staying calm and ready, not scared. It's small steps each day that make you stronger. And the third step is you really don't need a lot of money or space to start. The second thing is your beginner gear list. What do you mean, Sonia? Well, I'm going to start with the basics. Start with the basics. You're going to be thinking, what keeps me alive for 72 hours? And 72 hours is what keeps me alive for 3 days. And I've got some things that we can think about that keeps us alive in the basics that we need to concern ourselves with. The first thing is water. Every person is going to need 1 gallon of water per day. What you can do is buy cheap gallon jugs or refill containers. And what I have found is if we're talking about a 3-day period, when you're talking about water, buy one case of those 24 bottles. One case is an equivalent of 72 hours. Okay? That's the first thing, is water. The second thing is going to be food. Buy canned beans, rice, peanut butter, oats. You want to get non-perishable things, things that are going to be filling. And the next thing, the third thing is light. We're going to need to have some lighting. You want to equip yourself with a flashlight and be sure you get yourself some extra batteries. The next thing is going to be warmth. You want to keep yourself warm. If you're in colder climates up north or in the Midwest, it might be a little cooler there than it is in the South and Southwest. You want to equip yourself with a blanket or a sleeping bag. The next thing that you want to do is you want to equip yourself with first aid. Well, what is first aid? First aid is going to be things like you want to get Band-Aids, pain reliever, alcohol wipes. You want to be sure that for us that have mood disorders and are on medication, be certain that you have yourself a 90-day supply of your medication. Yeah, you're going to need a 90-day supply of your medication. The next thing we need to equip ourselves with, we need to be thinking about, okay, how am I going to keep myself clean? Well, that means hygiene. So we need to be thinking about hygiene. That means buying soap, toothpaste, hand sanitizer, mouthwash, dental floss, tongue scrapers. Those are the things we need to be equipping ourselves with for hygiene. Now, here's what's really important, the next category, cash. So, equipping ourselves for a survival plan that's going to be made simple, we want to have small bills hidden at home because small bills are easy to use in transactions in case the banking system goes down or that there's some sort, internet goes down and you cannot get to your digital. We need to have small bills at home, and you want to put them in a hiding space, but put them someplace that you can remember where you've put them. You want to have, $20 to $50 worth of small bills at home. And then the next thing under your beginner gear list is you need copies of your ID. You want copies of your ID. You want to keep that in a sealed bag. What would that be? Well, you're going to need your driver's license, birth certificate, if you have a passport. Keep those things. And did I say Social Security card? Did I say driver's license, Social Security card, birth certificate, passport? Keep those 4 things in a sealed bag. Now, I've got something that's optional, but not necessarily it's optional, but it is helpful. You want to get yourself one of these, a battery pack. for your cell phone. Yeah, you want to get yourself a battery pack. I have a few of them so that you can keep your cell phone charged in the event of a power outage. The next thing, optional but helpful, under the category of a beginner gear list, a pocket knife. Get yourself a pocket knife. And then finally, you need to have a lighter or some matches. A lighter or some matches. You know, go back up there to, I told you with light, I said flashlight with some extra batteries. Let's get old school. Get yourself some candles as well. Get yourself some candles and some matches. Okay? The next thing, so that's the second thing. That's the second point. The third point that we want to talk about, we want to look at what are our daily and weekly habits in 4 easy steps. What are our daily and weekly habits in 4 easy steps? Well, number 1, each week we're going to add 1 to 2 extra food or water items to your home. Every week we're going to stock up. We're going to buy 1 or 2 extra food items, an extra can of beans, an extra bag of, extra can of corn, an extra gallon of water, or an extra case of water. You want to add that to your home. The second is we want to practice cooking 1 meal with only shelf-stable food. What is shelf-stable food? It's the kind of food that has a long shelf life, that doesn't expire, or that's not perishable. So the kind of foods, like I've already said, canned food, crackers, peanut butter, you want to practice cooking a meal with only shelf-stable food. The third thing that we want to be able to do, go out in your neighborhood and walk your neighborhood. Notice your exit routes and your safe spots. Yeah. And the fourth thing you want to do is you want to write down important phone numbers on paper. Don't just have them in your cell phone, because your cell phone could go, we could have no cell power. The cell towers can go down, and you want to be able to get to your important telephone numbers. So those are the 4 daily and weekly habits of our survival plan that we're making it easy, small digestible steps for us, that's going to help your personal prep plan for home. And the fourth thing is your personal survival planner. You can start simple. Doesn't need to be anything fancy. You can get some pieces of paper and tape it together, staple it together, or you can get a spiral notebook. You can get a spiral notebook, anything. Start simple. There are 6 steps to this. We're going to keep it simple. See, I have one right here. You're going to write this in a notebook or on paper that you're going to keep safe. All right, this is my personal survival planner. Get yourself one of those spiral notebooks. School is just beginning. Go to your any little store and pick up a little spiral notebook. You want to write what you want to write down in your notebook or on a piece of paper that you're going to keep safe is number one, food. You need to put in there, how many days of food do I have right now? How many days of food do you have in your house right now? And here's what the goal is. First, remember we started off, we wanted a 72-hour goal. That's 3 days. Work yourself up to 7 days worth of food that you're going to have in your house. And then work yourself up to 14 days, 2 weeks worth of shelf-stable food in your house. Eventually, the goal is to work yourself up to 30 days or more worth of shelf-stable food. You can buy dry beans, canned beans, rice, sardines, crackers. You decide. But eventually we want to work ourselves up to 30 days. The next thing that we're going to put in our personal planner is water. Go around your house, take inventory of how many gallons of water is in your house right now. Remember, the goal is to have a 3-day minimum and then work yourself up to that. Work yourself up from there, from a 3-day minimum. And remember, a gallon per person need to have 3 days. A 24 bottle case of water is the equivalent of 3 days per person. The next thing that you need to go ahead and put in your personal survival planner is number 3. The third thing is you need to put your medicine plus health. Take inventory and you want to ask yourself, do I have at least 2 weeks of prescriptions, vitamins, or needed items? Do I have at least 2 weeks of that at home right now? If not, start there. Keep it simple. And the next thing under your medicine and health is you want to keep a small first aid kit ready. And what do you need to keep in your first aid kit? Alcohol, wipes, Band-Aids, antibiotic, ointment, sterile wipes, gloves. You can Google or use ChatGPT. It'll tell you how to put together a small first aid kit, or you can go pick one up if you have extra funds to do that. The fourth step and the fourth thing that we need to put in our personal survival planner, you need to put your contacts in there and ask yourself this: who are 3 people I trust to call in an emergency? And you want somebody that's going to pick up. You don't want nobody that doesn't pick up your call and it's going to put you, send you to voicemail. You want to put 3 people that you can trust to call in an emergency. Write their names and numbers down in your personal survival planner. The 5th thing you need to put in your planner: safe spots. What are some safe spots in your home? Whether you live in a house or an apartment, what is the safest room? We all need to know, what's the safest room if I've got a shelter in place? Figure that out and put that down in your personal survival planner. And then another thing that goes under your safe spots is In my city, you want to ask yourself, where can I walk fast if the streets are shut down? Where can I walk real fast if the streets are shut down? And the sixth thing that we need to have in your personal survival planner, we want to take inventory on money and documents. Remember, we went through that earlier? Money and documents. Do I have $20 to $50 in small bills? If I don't, I need to get on over to the bank or credit union or go to your bank or credit union or wherever you need to go and make certain that you have at least $20 to $50 in small bills. Do you have that right now? If not, be sure you do that. The next thing you want to take inventory of, you want to keep copies of your ID. What do I mean? Well, your ID, your insurance card, your medical information, and you want to put all that in a plastic bag. Why do you keep your ID in a plastic bag? Well, you want to keep it safe from water. You don't want it to be destroyed. It keeps it safe from water. And so we've pretty much come to the end. This really is your foundation. And this is your foundation. And we'll just go back through it again. Let me put it on the screen. The first thing is mindset. Remember your mindset? What's the proper mindset, y'all? Survival's about staying calm and ready, not scared. Small steps that you can make each day make you stronger, and you don't need a lot of money or space to start. The second thing is your beginner gear list. You want to start with the basics. You want to start thinking, what's going to keep me alive for 72 hours? And for us, with mood disorders, we want to be certain that you have your medication in there. You want to be thinking about that. Remember, we talked about water. You want to have 1 gallon per person per day. You can buy cheap gallon jugs or refill containers. You want food. You need canned beans, rice, peanut butter, oats, non-perishable, things that are going to be filling. You need light. You think about flashlight or candles, warmth, first aid, hygiene, cash, and copies of your ID, which you're going to keep in a sealed bag. The third thing, remember we talked about 4 easy steps for our daily and weekly habits. Each week, we're going to be adding 1 to 2 extra food or water items to your home. We're going to be practicing how to cook 1 meal with shelf-stable food. We're going to get out and walk our neighborhood, notice the exit routes and safe spots. And we're going to write down important phone numbers on paper, not just on your phone. And the fourth thing is a personal survival planner. Start simple. You're going to write this in a notebook. Remember, there are 6 easy steps. Food, water, number 2. Number 3 is your medicine and your health records. Number 4, your contacts. Number 5, safe spots. Number 6, money and documents. And so once we've done this, we in this community have done this, this is our foundation. And so once this is in motion, the next thing we're going to be moving on to is an exit strategy, leaving the US, because sometimes the safest move is out. Sometimes the safest thing we can do is move out of the US. Many people are looking into living in different countries like Canada, Africa right now. Many of the African nations are offering citizenship to those of us who can prove ancestry. But leaving the US takes planning, not panic. All right. So that's going to be the next thing that we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about an exit strategy, leaving the US. And so I want you all to take care of yourself mentally. Our mental health is very important. And one of the things that's really important that will help you with your mental health is 40 Days of Fresh Fruits, Bountiful Living, Mind, Body, and Soul. It is an excellent book. Here it is right here. When I wrote this book, I began this book as a text message to encourage myself each day when I was going through a difficult time. And then it grew that text message I was sending out daily to people within my circle of influence. And then it turned into a book. And then this book, a radio station wanted to use this book to encourage its listeners with a daily jewel, something positive. Feed your mind something positive. You'll love this book because it gives you a place to journal. It gives you a place to journal, like you see here. It gives you something else to focus on besides dread. Focus on peace, like you see here. There are prayer moments in here and praise moments in here. There is scripture reference in here as well. So it's an awesome book to ground yourself with. I highly encourage you to go on over and pick up your copy, grab your copy of the book at my digital store. The link is going to be in the caption down below. If you haven't already, please hit the like button, subscribe to this channel so you'll know when I go live. Me having a mood disorder, some days I'm not able to go live as I plan, and so I have to do it when I'm able to do it. And the best way to know that I'm going live so that you don't miss it is to simply subscribe, and you'll be notified when I go live. So yeah, what I'd like for you all to do, you'll see down below, it tells you where to get your copy. Visit my digital store. If you found value in tonight's podcast and message, then I'm encouraging you to support this channel. Your support enables me to continue to grow this channel and this ministry. And how can you support this channel? Well, you can shop books and resources. My books are available in print and digital. When you go over to the digital store, it's going to say it's out of stock, but it's not out of stock. Go ahead and click on whichever digital book that you want to buy. Click on it, and it'll be delivered directly into your email. Once you make your payment, it'll be delivered straight into your email. So, how can you support? And here's how you can contribute. Shop books and resources. The link is going to be down below. You can join our Patreon community. Yeah, you can join the Patreon community. I'll also have that down below. So you can become a patron at patreon.com/Sonia Rochelle Ministries. That's how you can become a patron. Go to patreon.com/Sonia Rochelle Ministries. The third thing that you can do is you can share this message. That would be really helpful. Is there anybody that you know that could benefit from putting together a survival plan that's made simple? Share this live with them. Share this episode and content within your network and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Tap the bell so you're going to be notified when new episodes drop. And then you can make a direct contribution. If you prefer, you can give a one-time gift. And you can do that at Cash App, $Sonia R Ministries, or you can do it by PayPal at paypal.me/Sonia R Ministries. You'll see it down below on how you can do that. Your support is instrumental in fostering a safe space for us here and community. And with that, you all, love you. Love yourself and others unconditionally. I'm Sonia Rochelle, driven by truth and transformation. TTYL. God bless you.